Hello, welcome back everybody. Today I got a new attachment to check out that Ventrac released this year. This is the EW530 Weedbine. I was really excited to try to get one of these, not only just to demonstrate it and get to use it and look at it. It's pretty innovative and it was a great design, and I wanted to sort of check it out. So since I had it, I was going to go ahead and use it and talk a little bit about it and show it to all of you. So this has a 53-inch working width, and how this works is it has some nylon bristles that put the grass and broadleaf weeds, clover, etc. through a serrated auger underneath. And what this does is the grass blades are thin enough they can go through there with minimal damage, it says, and then the leaves of the broadleaf weeds get cut and serrated and hit. And after applications of this, all the energy goes to repairing the leaves that the weeds actually die. Now, I love this. I think this is a great idea. Like I said, I've had already 4 co-workers and other people talk to me this spring, and ask me what I did to my yard to keep broadleaf weeds down. And I told them that I sprayed, herbicide on there, and they don't want any application of, herbicide or chemicals. Especially if you have like small dogs and pets, even large dogs, but pets of all kind, you don't really want to put a lot of herbicide down. People worry about it, including myself. For me, I have chickens. You can see them running around behind me. So this part of my yard back here, a lot of this backyard section here, anywhere the chicken's free range or I let the dog out, I generally do not put herbicide down in this part of the yard. And as you can see, the camera's probably picking it up. There's a lot of broadleaf weeds here. I just can't get them under control because I don't want to use chemicals. I don't want, my chickens grazing in something that had chemicals in the soil or on the plant leaves, and I definitely don't want my dog walking on it. So this was a great invention just because I think it's really going to strive. There's lots of places, parks, especially like universities, ball fields, etc., that places that are sensitive, that people bring their pets and kids to play, and you don't want chemicals on the grass when they're rolling around on them. My dad, for one, he will not spray his yard because he has a garden and he worries about chemicals leaching into his food, which I completely understand. So great idea from Ventrac. They just keep coming out with attachments. I'm overwhelmed with how many new attachments they've been putting out each year. So now that I talked about this a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some videos of it running around. We'll look at the weeds beforehand and after. I do want to mention I got this at a sort of not the greatest time to test this out, but I only have so much time and it was available. Usually it's pretty drought spell right now. The grass is not doing great. It's the grass being wet is better to do it than when it's this dry. And if it wasn't so dead and stressed from heat, it also would be more prime to do it. So this really isn't the greatest time to be using this attachment. Like I said, the grass being wet, they actually recommend it better, but I still wanted to try it out and do some passes on it and show all of you and see for myself. So let's get started. All right, so back here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make some passes on this. This has lots of broadleaf weeds back here. Like I said, I don't spray this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run across it and we're going to look at these weeds, all kinds of these broadleafs here beforehand, and then I'll come back through here and show these to you, what it looks like after we run it through it with the Weedbine. All right, real quick before I start showing this in action, I did want to point this out, adjusting it. So it does have a chart on here, and this just tells you, it's got numbers for a guide with the numbers right there. So I normally mow number 13 on my mower deck, which I think is 3 3/4. So that would be number 8. It's ideal to use this before you mow. So I haven't mowed in a while. It's been about a week. So I'm going to go up to the number 10, which is like 4 1/4, and we'll give it a shot there. So once you adjust it, depending on the grass height, you can go from there. So looking over here where I went by with a pash, you can see how it is ripping the leaves on these broadleaf weeds and cutting them and chopping them. Over here where I didn't go, these leaves are large and healthy, and through here it just damaged the leaves on the broadleaf weeds, as you can see, and that's just gonna take energy out of the weed itself to help repair itself. So here's broadleaf weeds that were not touched by the Weedbine, and then you go over here to where these are, and you can see where it cut them up, hit them, damaged them up pretty good, and that'll start the process of weakening these weeds, and in time, running it over with this, it would eliminate them and remove them. All right, there's the EW530 Weedbine. Got to see it in action a little bit. I really do like this attachment. I like that all the thought and creativeness that went into this attachment. I think it's going to succeed not only for parks, ball fields, them kind of things, but even if you're a landscaper, this would be just another great attachment they have to offer to throw into your fleet. You don't even have to cut somebody's grass or have a service with them. You could just have the service of controlling the weeds in their lawn by offering this. So like I said, I think it's going to be successful. There's definitely a need for this, and it's great. Anytime that you can eliminate a broadleaf weed or a weed without using chemical is always great. So if you guys like these kind of videos on Ventrac, other tractors alike, please go ahead and subscribe, check back. Thanks for watching.